International relations from the month of January. So India abstains from UNSC vote on Myanmar. India, along with China and Russia, has abstained from voting on resolution adopted by United Nations Security Council. The resolution demanded an immediate end to violence in Myanmar and urged the military junta to release political prisoners. Now, moving on to developments in Myanmar. Myanmar has seen turmoil since the military toppled Suki's elected government in February 2021. According to the Assistance Association for Political Prisoners, over 2,500 have been killed in the military's crackdown on dissent. Now, UNSC has adopted a resolution demanding an immediate end to violence in Myanmar and urged the military junta to release political prisoners. 12 members voted in favor, while China and Russia abstained from voting, along with India. This is the first Security Council resolution adopted on Myanmar in 74 years. The only other resolution on Myanmar was adopted by Security Council in 1948, when it recommended that United Nations General Assembly admit Burma as a member. Now, India's permanent representative to UN delivered the explanation of the vote. She said that India believes that complex situation in Myanmar calls for an approach of quiet and patient diplomacy. Any other course will not help resolve the long-standing issues that have prevented enduring peace, stability, progress, and democratic governance. This statement is a marked difference from the statement made in UNSC in April 2021 when India had condemned the violence in Myanmar after the coup. It has called for the release of prisoners, supported ASEAN efforts, and demanded that Rohingya refugees displaced in Bangladesh be rehabilitated in Myanmar at the earliest. Now, moving on to Ukraine's peace plan, the Ukraine president spoke to Indian Prime Minister to discuss India's ongoing G20 presidency and Ukraine's 10-point peace plan. Now, the Ukraine president first announced his peace formula at November summit of G20 Key Economics. The plan calls for radiation and nuclear safety, focusing on restoring safety around Europe's largest nuclear power plant, that is Zaporozhye in Ukraine, which is now occupied by Russia. Food security, including protecting and ensuring Ukraine's grain export to the world's poorest nations. Energy security, which focuses on price restrictions on Russian energy resources, as well as aiding Ukraine with restoring its power infrastructure, half of which has been damaged by Russian attacks. Release of all prisoners and deportees, including war prisoners and children deported to Russia. Restoring Ukraine's territorial integrity and Russia reaffirming it according to the United Nations Charter. Withdrawal of Russian troops and cessation of hostilities, restoration of Ukraine's state border with Russia, justice, including the establishment of a special tribunal to prosecute Russian war crimes. Protection of the environment with focus on demining and restoring water treatment facilities. Prevention of escalation of conflicts and building security architecture in the Euro-Atlantic space, including guarantee for Ukraine. Confirmation of the war's end, including a document signed by involved parties. So this would be the map. This is the Odessa port. This is Kherson. This is Crimea region. And we have Kyiv over here. Kharkiv is the region where war has intensified. And this would be the site of location of the nuclear power plant. Moving on, global response to Ukraine's peace plan. Now, Russia has rejected Ukraine's proposal and reiterated that it would not give up any territory it has taken. That is approximately 20% of Ukraine has been already annexed. The Western world's support for Ukraine's military has run into billions of dollars, led by US and nations have rushed to help Ukraine with demining and fixing its power infrastructure. But the response to Ukraine's peace plan and his proposed peace summit has been more cautious. Moving on to Shenzhen zone and Euro area. Now, Croatia has switched to European currency, that is Euro, and has joined Europe's border-free Shenzhen zone from January 1st, 2023. Now, Croatia entered the European Union in 2013. It has become the 27th country to join Shenzhen area and 20th to adopt Euro currency. Now, Euro area or Eurozone is a block of member states of European Union that have replaced their national currencies with common single currency, that is the Euro. To become a member of the Euro area, a EU nation has to meet the convergence criteria, economic and legal conditions such as low inflation and stable exchange rate, among others. At present, the euro is the official currency of 20 out of the 27 EU member countries. This is the first expansion of the eurozone in almost 8 years after Lithuania joined in 2015. Now, the Shenzhen area signifies a zone where European countries abolished their internal borders for free and unrestricted movement of people. It includes 22 of the European Union's 27 states as well as Norway, Switzerland, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. Citizens of Shenzhen zone member countries need not require to show their passports while traveling to other Shenzhen zone countries. So these are the Shenzhen zone countries. It did not include Croatia, Romania, Bulgaria, and the other Balkan countries. However, Greece is included, Italy is included, and Belarus, Ukraine are not included. Now, these are the Eurozone countries, which means that they use Euro as their currency. We have Slovakia, Austria, Slovenia, Greece. Cyprus is also there, Malta is there, Italy is there, Portugal is there, Luxembourg is there, Belgium is there, Netherlands is there, Finland is there, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania is there, Ireland is there. Moving on. Infrastructure along the LAC. Now, the Indian Army Chief has said that there has been a marked improvement in infrastructure development along the line of actual control. Now, in the past 5 years, BRO, Border Road Organization, has constructed close to 6,000 kilometers of road. Of this, 2,100 kilometers have been along the northern borders. The Frontier Road, which runs a total of 1,800 kilometers, will connect various valleys in Arunachal Pradesh. The plan has been re-energized and funding has been assigned. Some work on it is already underway. The aspect of all-weather connectivity in both Ladakh and Kaming in Arunachal is already started. Further, Atal Tunnel has been inaugurated and Shinkula Tunnel along with Nimu Padma Daricha Road is in the final stage of approval. Now the Zojila Tunnel and the Z Morg Tunnel, which will link the valley to Ladakh and will be operationalized by the end of the year. The Sila Tunnel is likely to get operational by the middle of the year. Moving on to the 13th Amendment to Sri Lanka's constitution, the President of Sri Lanka has promised to fully implement the 13th Amendment to the constitution. Now, the 13th Amendment to the Sri Lankan Constitution is an outcome of the Indo-Sri Lankan Accord of July 1987, signed by the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi and President J.R. Jayawardene in an attempt to resolve Sri Lanka's ethnic conflict. The amendment led to creation of provincial councils and assured a power-sharing arrangement to enable all 9 provinces in the country, including Sinhali majority areas, to self-govern. Subjects such as education, health, agriculture, housing, land, and police are devolved to the provincial administrations, but because of restrictions on financial powers and overriding powers given to the president, the provincial administration have not made much headway. In particular, the provisions relating to police and land have never been implemented. Now, Tamil National Alliance, the main group representing Tamils in the north and east in parliament, has presented a document specifying specific actions that can be taken immediately in this regard, such as setting up a national land commission and provincial police forces, amending or reserving certain acts to restore power to the provincial councils, giving provincial councils the necessary administrative power to run schools and hospitals. That will be it.